Thank you. Thank you very much once again. Let me welcome you back to this channel. Ensure that you are hitting the subscription button and ensure that you are sharing to those who are concerned. And then today, without wasting any time, allow me to present to you mathematical literacy. And then this is in relation to grade 10. So we are saying grade 10's, this is a typical question paper that is going to be written in September examination. And then this is for term 3. So we are saying that, good people, please listen to this presentation up until to the end of it. So we are saying that the most important aspect about this paper, it is that it was written in September last year, 2024, which is a reference and a tool guideline that we can also use so that we understand all these steps. So we are saying that is for 50 marks and that is for 1 hour. Grade 10s, I want to make you aware that there is what we call a membership, whereby a group of students are allowed to join. So the significance of a membership here, it is that you can access only videos, the only members videos only, whereby we will be breaking down the concept very well. So in this case, we will also be allowing some question and interactions with people. So the second aspect is that when you have joined the membership, you've got the capacity now to ask any notes. You've got the capacity to ask any notes. So the notes you are going to ask, and then you receive it on your email address or on your email address. That is the significance now of having the membership. So let us bear in mind that together we can grow. All right. So directly let us move on to the other description so that we can begin with our answering of a paper. So as you can see that in page number 2, we are having instructions and informations, which they are very, very key. We must abide by. So we are saying this question paper consists out of 3 questions, answer all questions. Number 2, start each section on a new page. Number 3, we are told that number the answers correctly according to the numbering system used in this question paper. Number 4, we are told that you may use an approved calculator or a non-programmable or a non-graphical unless stated otherwise. Number 5, we must also understand that we are told to show all the calculation clearly. Number 6, round all your final answer appropriately according to the context unless you are told otherwise. Number 7, we are saying that indicate the units of the measurement where it is applicable. That is number 7. But in number 8, the diagrams are not necessarily drawn to the scale unless stated otherwise, unless they are stated otherwise. Number 9, we are saying write neatly and legible so that the examiner can be able to see your work. All right. Then in moving on, we are having a question 1. So the instructions that we are given, they say study the table below and write down the letter of the definition which best matches the terminology. Can I say we are having this table, which we can say this is column A, and then this is column number B. So in 1.1.1, we are saying an interest rate. What is an interest rate? So we are saying that the correct answer, whereby we can say that an interest rate. It is a fee that is charged by the lender. So who's the lender? The person that is having the money, and the borrower. So the lender is the owner of the money. That is the owner of the money, and the borrower, it is a person borrowing the money, a right to use the borrowed funds. Then we are saying the interest rate, therefore, is number B. Moving on in 1.1.2, we are having a simple interest rate. So the simple interest rate refers to the amount earned or charged expressed as a percentage, money invested or borrowed. So we are saying the correct answer is number C. Then in 1.1.3, we are having a stop order. So a stop order, we are saying that is an agreement. Now that is an agreement between the client and the bank to pay a fixed amount of money from his account into the other account. You can go to the bank and have an agreement now to do what? To let your money go to the other account in order to save, in order to save for a special function or a specific event that you want to do. So we are saying that the correct answer there is number E. So that is an agreement, the stop order. So in 1.1.4, the question says the floor plan. So in this case, a floor plan here, it is a diagram of building room from a top, usually to downscale. So we are saying the correct answer is number A there. You get your 8 marks. Then if ever we are moving on, we go to 1.2. So we go to 1.2. So in 1.2, they say, Mr. who bought a house. The diagram below shows the layout of the rooms in her house. Study the layout plan and answer the question that follows. So this is the house layout from top to the bottom. And then we can clearly see that it is having a kitchen or a living room. And then we can also see that there are other related rooms as well. What is key for us here, it is to understand the keys that we are given. We are having number 1, windows, and then they are given a specific key. So if ever we can mark very well, we are saying this is a window number 1, window number 2, window number 3, window number 4, and window number 5. So we are saying there are 5 windows. Then we get to a description of the door here, which you can say is number 2. How many doors are here? So this is door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. So there are 3 doors. The scale, remember guys, that is 1:50. So they say use the information above. Use the information above to answer the questions that follow. In 1.2.1, the question says, determine the numbers of windows in the house. So how many windows are there? We go to our room and we see that there are 5 windows because of this is a window number 1, window number 2, window number 3, window number 4, and window number 5. So we are saying that there are 5 windows. Then you indicate that you get your marks. So there is 5 windows. All right. Then in moving on, we are having 1.2. 2.2. They say explain now the meaning of 1s to 50 as a scale. So we are saying a scale now is the ratio. It is a ratio. So that is a ratio between, we must also write it a ratio. So the ratio is between, it is between a measurement on a drawing. It is between on a measurement on the map and an actual on a map and actual distance. And you can also say and actual distance. So we are saying by 1s to 50, 1 centimeter in real life in a map. Okay, so we are saying 1 centimeter in a map represents a 50 centimeter in real life. 50 centimeter in real life. So that is what we need to understand. All right. Then in moving on, we are having 1.2.3. So this is 1.2.3. So in 1.2.3, they say the measured length of the kitchen is 4 meters and the width is 3.5 meters. Calculate the area of the kitchen in meter squared. So this is the what? This is the correct units. So this is the correct units. So how are we going to calculate that? So we know that the area is equals to length times breadth. So that we know. So an area of a kitchen, we are told that the length, it is how much? It is 4 meters and times the breadth. So we are having 4 meters. And then the width, which is the breadth, is 3.5. So we are taking this 3.5 meter, and then we are saying the A is equals to what? So when you are punching the calculator, you find that there is 14 meters square. Then you are having your answer. All right. Then allow me to move on to the other interpretations of work. In this case, we are going to be moving on to the other questions. All right. All right. Then let us go and check 1.2.4. So in 1.2.4, they say now the surface area of the house to be painted measures 4,135 meters square. The paint bought by Ms. Tau has spread over the rate of 7.5 meters squared of paint. He intends applying it 2 layers of paint. So it means that will be twice. That would be twice. So the question says, determine the minimum numbers of liters of paint he must buy if ever he's doing this twice. So how are we going to do? We say now, number one, The area to be painted here, remember, area to be painted. What is that? So we are saying is equals to 135 meters square. That is given. And then we are saying the spread cover rate area that must be covered. Spread cover. What is it that we must cover? That is covering. We are saying 7.5 meter square per liter. So we are saying so that is 135. So there is a 5 here. So we say 135 meter squared divided by 7.5 meter squared per liter. And then, okay, so we are taking just these numbers down. 135 divided by 7.5, that is equals to 18 liter. So that is 18 liter. But we are told that he wants to paint it twice. So twice there. So we are saying how many liters he must be able to buy. So for once is 18 liters. That is for one coat. But we are saying times 2 now. For how many? For 2 layers of paint. We are saying that is 18 times 2. That will be equal to 36 liters. So we are writing 36 liters. That is our final answer. So we are having 38 liters. Then you get your marks correct. All right. Then let us go on, good people. Then in moving on, we are having question 2. Then in question 2, we are having 2.1. All right. So in 2.1, we are told that Mr. Mono is a general worker at a hyper institute. He received the bank statement from his bank. The table below shows the part of a statement from 1 July 2024 to 26 July 2024. All right. So part of Mr. Mono's bank statement from 1 July to 26 up until to 2024. So we can see that on the first, it is printed up until to the last date. So this is the starting date on the 1st of July up until to the 26th of July. All right. So in this case, we are having the dates in this table. We are having the transactions, types of transactions that have taken place, and then what has been debited, what has been credited, and then we are having a balance. All right. So in moving on, we are now going to the question there. In this, we are told to use the above table to answer the question that follow. They say in 2.1.1, write an acronym of EFT in full. That is an electronic. So that is an electronic fund transfer. So you are writing it down, fund transfer. So you get your marks. So you get your marks. Then they say now, in 2 point 1, point 2, write the balance both down forward on the 1st of September of July in 2024. So we go to the balance both down on the 1st of September in 2024. So this is the 1st of July. So this is the balance that was carried over, which is this 3,094. So we are saying this is the amount, not that amount. We are saying on the 1st, the balance both down. Remember, we are working with the balance both down, that is forwarded. We are here. And then we are saying this is the balance of 3,664 and 88 cents. So this is the figure that we must write in weights. All right. How can we write it down now? So we can go to the weights. So we are saying that it is 3,000. We can write it down here. That is 3. So that is 3,000. So we write it in weights. 3,060. So remember, guys, as we are writing this in weights, we can also look at other question. 64 and 64 and 64 and 8 cents. So we are also checking this spelling. So we are saying that is a 2.1.2. We are having that correct. All right. Then in moving on, we are having 2.1.3. So in 2.1.3, they say determine the values of and B, the deposit closing balance. That is for 4 marks. So for us to understand, we need to understand that this is a that is situated over here, and then we are having number B that is over there near to the closing balance. So what we need to understand then, we need to understand that there was indeed a 5,000 of a purchase. There was a 5,000 there of a. So we want to understand the deposit, EFT, the deposit that was taken out for EFT. So what we are saying there, it is that it was deposited in terms of the purchase initial was 5,050, this amount. And then we are saying that we have to sort it and work it out thoroughly. All right. So we are saying the purchase here, it was 5,000. So we can just list it, purchase. So we are saying after that, that was taken on the 10th day. So we are also seeing that the balance after the deposit. So the balance after the deposit, it is 5,030.45. And therefore, we are saying we are going to minus between these two aspects. So if ever we are saying that 5,000, this money, 5,000 and 50, comma 45 minus 5,345. So that is equals to 250. So we are saying a number A there, that is 250. Then in moving on to number B there, what is it that we can do? Number B, that is a closing balance. So in the closing balance, what is it that we need to understand? Is that we are having the 5,000, this initial 5,300.45 that we are having. We are going to minus the cash withdrawal for 680, 680, and then that is equals to 4,620.45. Then you get your marks. So that is a closing balance. All right. Then I want us to move on to the other decisions of our question. In this case, we go to the following question, which is a question 2.1.4. So in 2.1.4 is given that Mr. Mono withdrew 680 on the 23rd July from his own bank ATM and was charged 12 Rand in the banking fees for the transaction. So how much he drew? 680. He complained to the bank that he was incorrectly charged. Verify with calculation if his statement is valid. You may use the formula. All right. So this is the formula that is given. Banking fees equals to 3 Rand plus 120 per transaction, a part of. So what are we saying is that we are going to say the fee there is equals to 3 Rand plus 120, 120 cent, and then we are also saying times the amount withdrawn, the amount that you withdraw, the amount withdrawn divided by 100. So we are saying that that is going to be, here we are going to have the amount that is withdrawn is 680 divided by the 100. So how much is it? That is 6 Rand 80 cent. So we are saying 6 Rand 80 cent there times 6 Rand 80 cent there times 1 Rand 20 . And then we are also having plus the 3 rand. So plus the 3 rand that is here. The 3 rand. Can we see it? So it is the 3 rand that is from here, 1 rand 20. And then we have worked out the amount of the withdrawn. So we are saying 3 rand plus 120 plus times here the 6 rand 80. So we are saying that is equals to 0.84. So that is 84. That is 84 cent. That is 84 cent. So yes, indeed, the valid were the results are valid. Claims are valid. So you get your marks. He was charged 84 cent over. All right. Then allow me to move on to the other presentations. In this case, we are going to be moving to 2.2. So in 2.2, we are having a statement. Mr. Mono received a bonus of 20,000 from work, and then he invested it in a fixed deposit for 3 years at a simple interest of 7.5% per annum. Then they say calculate the interest after 3 years in his fixed deposit account in what? In 3 years. So we are saying a formula, it is this interest is equals to principal times the rate, which is the speed, times by time, which is the numbers of years, divided by what? By 100. So we are saying the interest is equals to the principal amount there. How much is the amount? We can see that is 20,000. So we are saying that is 20,000 times how much? Times the rate, which is 7.5 per annum. So that is 7.5 per year, 7.5% a year, times by the what? The time, which is for 3 years, which is 3. That is for 3 years. All that you divide it by 100. So we are saying you are going, when you are times in 20,000 times 7.5 times 3, you are going to get 450,000. 45,000. And then you are saying you are going to be dividing it by the 100. So the interest there, the interest is equals to 4,500. 4,500. Then you get your marks correctly. Then moving on to 2.2 then. 2.2.2. The question says calculate the total numbers after the investment period. So what are you going to say? You are going to say A is equals to principal plus or I, which is the interest. So we are saying A is equals to the principal initially was the money, which was 20,000. So you get 20,000 and you add it with an interest. 20,000 by the interest of 4,500. 4,500. So we say that equals to 24,500. 24,500. You get your marks. Then you get your marks correctly. All right. Remember that here, good people, you may ask any question that you feel we have not covered it enough, or you are having any question that is relating to these particular questions. All right. Then I want us to move on. All right. And then we are having question number 3 in 3.1. They say Mesh and his friends, they went to the movies. The layout plan below shows the same seating arrangement in the movie theater. All right. So we are having the fronts in terms of the seat. Row number A, it having 15 seats. Number B, 15. Number C, equal 15. D, 15. And then we are saying E. So we are saying each and every row has got 15 seats per row. 15 seats per row. Per row. So you write it down there thoroughly. All right. Then you are also having the other one. This is for people with disabilities. It is 10, 14 in G, 13 the ramp, 13, 13 also in K. Moving on, in L, there is a 13 and there is a back row of a 8. All right. Then in moving on, they are saying determine the numbers of seats, determine the total numbers of seats in the movie theater. So what is it that you are going to do? You are going to add these numbers here according to the seats. So we are saying, we are going to say 8 here. There are 8 seats plus 14 seats plus 13 seats plus 13 seats plus 13 plus 14 plus 10 seats. And then we move on. In E, there is a 15 seats. And then number D, there is 14 seats. Number C, there is 15 seats. Number B, there is 15 seats. And number A, there is a 15 seats. So you add them all there. So after adding them all, you get a total of 160. So you're saying 160. It's 160 seats. Then in moving on, you are having the question in 3.1.2. It says, how many seats are allocated for the wheelchair, people with disability? Then can you go where we have interpreted it very well so that you can see it? So you see that there is a person that is drawn here with having a wheelchair on F. So how many seats are there? There are 10 of them. So you go to the question and then you are answering it in the corrective manner. So you write that there seats are 10. All right. So you are writing it here, 10. Then you get your 2 marks. Then in moving on, we are now having a continuous question. In this case, that is question 3.3. So they say now, write down the probability of selecting a person using a wheelchair in the movie theater. So the probability, it is that how many, there is 10 chances out of 160. So we divide that again. So we want as a percentage. Is 10 over 160 times 100 over 1. Over 1. So we might as well press our calculator and we understand the answer in that particular regards. All right. And then we are saying that is a 6.25%. 6.25%. So that is the chances in a percentage. All right. Then I want us to move on to the other interpretation. They say now, Nash and his friends, they buy pizza for lunch after watching the movie. The base of the pizza has got the diameter of 30 centimeter and a height of 12 millimeter. So the diameter, it is from the other point to the other one, which is a 30. And then the height in terms of the base, it is 12 millimeter. So the base here, the outer crust, the base is a 12 millimeter. So that is what we are told. All right. So we are saying now, we are having a question that is in 3.2.1. The question says, determine the radius of the pizza in millimeter. The base, radius in millimeter. So we are saying the radius, here, we must understand it very well. The radius is equals to diameter over over 2. All right. Then we are saying 30 divided by 2. 30 divided by 2. And then we are saying the radius 30 divided by 2 is 15 centimeter. Is 15 centimeter. All right. And then we are converting to millimeter. So we are saying 15 there. Centimeter times 10. Centimeter times 10 is equals to 150 millimeter. Is equals to 150 millimeter. That is 150 millimeter. So the radius is 150 millimeter. Then you get your marks. So moving on, in 3.2.2, they say now, calculate the circumference of one pizza. So what is the circumference? It is now the roundness. So the circumference will be from here going on. You can see it is an oval shape up until to this point. That is the circumference. All right. Then in moving on, we are given the formula. The circumference is 2 pi r. where there is a pi, that is 3.142. So we are saying the circumference, we say now A is equals to the radius times pi. So what are we going to do? We say now we must substitute the radius there. We know is 15 centimeter. We know that is 15 centimeter. And then we are saying number 2, the pi is given, that is 3.142. 3.142. So 42. Then that is it. Then we are saying now the circumference, it is indeed 94 times 10. 94.26 times 10. That is in centimeter times 10. So that equivalates to 94, and then equivalates to 94.26 in meters. All right. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for tuning on. Ensure that you are subscribing and sharing to those who are concerned. Thank you for your time.